What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you have a wonderful day. It would appear that after a string of hilarious L's, Kevin Smith, proven liar and apparently fake geek, Kevin Smith has come crawling back. Because it would appear that perhaps viewership on his critically acclaimed Masters of the Universe Revelation wasn't quite as good as they thought. Now, Netflix did renew it. So I think that it would be ignorant or disingenuous for me to pretend like nobody watched it. I think that there were a lot of people that gave it a chance, in particular some of the early episodes. But now, after getting absolutely demolished on Rotten Tomatoes, he's come crawling back to promise that this time you can believe him. That this time He-Man's going to be in He-Man and he's not going to be a bumbling idiot. If just to give you a brief refresher, Masters of the Universe Revelation received a 92% from critics. That's actually amazing. That's very, very high. I wonder why they rated it so high. Oh, that's right. They subverted expectations. They made He-Man a bumbling idiot and made the woman with the shaved head haircut the real hero of the show. That's why critics loved it. Fans who expected to see He-Man out there crushing skulls give it a 39%. That's right, 39%. Now, Screen Rant, which usually runs interference for these Hollywood types, decided to write this article. After his divisive absence in the first season, it wasn't divisive, it was outright ridiculous. After his divisive absence in the first season, Kevin Smith promises He-Man will be in every episode of Masters of the Universe Revelation and says that the sequel will be incredibly moving. Well, it's not like Kevin Smith has ever lied before. I mean, wait. Except he lied about being a fan of He-Man in general. Now, I know this is comic book news, but I've independently verified this. He-Man fraud exposed. Kevin Smith caught in a lie. Not a fan. All about Tila. Just as an update. Kevin Smith is apparently a big fraud when it comes to He-Man and has been caught in big fat lies. A tweet unearthed from 2013 reveals Smith stating he's not even a fan of the show. And again, I don't think you have to be a fan to work on a show, but if you're going to pander and pretend like you're some super huge mega fan of He-Man and you're just really going to be super accurate, and then there's quotes of you literally saying, I never watched it, didn't watch it, not a fan, I think that's not a great look. In addition, it appears Kevin Smith, Netflix, or both have been lying to fans about the show's plot. I wasn't a He-Man fan, the tweet states, which is the direct opposite of how the Netflix show has been promoted to the media and what Kevin Smith himself said. You know, there is an actual quote of him. This is exactly what a He-Man superfan would say. And here's the quote.
He-Man. I know, I have no love for He-Man either, but he's got a place in the world and a comic.
Yeah, he sucks, but you know, I suddenly care about him when I get hired. This is another guy like Patton Oswalt who got artificially foisted up as king of the nerds, and they're both frauds. I've got no love for He-Man either. Really? I thought you were a He-Man super fan. Let's hear that again.
I know, I have no love for He-Man either, but he's got a place in the world in a comic book store. He can't make fun of somebody else's interest. You're like, He-Man's stupid. I like Batman. You know?
Doesn't sound like a super fan to me. Here's Kevin Smith writing, I wasn't a He-Man fan, but Gallery 1988 is running an awesome Masters of the Universe art show. Here again, he admitted in a tweet, not a fan. And again, EW Entertainment Weekly did describe him as a literal He-Man superfan. Quote, everything I've worked on in like 27 years, this is easily the top 5 of my favorite, most satisfying projects, said Kevin Smith. A He-Man superfan who showruns Revelation and executive produces with Mattel's television's people on the show. When I die, they'll be like, he made Clerks, remember? That's the most memorable thing I've ever done. I think that he has a running, I think this has a running shot to be like, he made Clerks and that one cartoon that one time. No, actually, It won't. Kevin Smith is, of course, a fraud, and he was never a fan of He-Man, and you could see it in the writing. He just wants to get a paycheck. I understand dude wants to get paid. I can't hate on him for that, but he's no fan of the show. And after receiving immense backlash, whether it's via the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb or these other websites, or just the overall hatred of the show on Twitter, now he's come crawling back. Let's take a look at this tweet, which received 90 likes. 90 likes. Let's see some of the replies. Never fooled me once, won't fool me this time either. 300 likes, 230. He-Man will be cremated and they'll keep him in an urn on a shelf where they discussed how many pronouns they learned in that episode. I did say He-Man would be in every episode. I never said how long, quote. Yeah, that's him probably. Yeah, not falling for that again. How on earth did this total garbage get approved for a second season? Huh, all right. Yeah, sure. Wait, this series is still alive? This dude is still alive? If I watch He-Man, I'll just watch the 2002 reboot. I'm good. There isn't a single person in this thread supporting it. I'll believe it when I see it. Nobody's falling for this. He was caught lying last time about Master of the Universe. Why would anyone believe him this time? Also, never forget, again, he lied directly to us. Stop me if you've seen this one before. With all due respect to Screen Rant, I've read every Masters of the Universe script for our shows, plus wrote a few, and viewed 4 amazing animatics. While Teela is present, as present as she's always been in Masters of the Universe adventures, and she plays a big role, our series is literally all about He-Man, except it wasn't. Anybody who watched it knew that. It was some woke fanfic abomination. I passed on the second half of season 1. We don't believe you or Kevin Smith. All of this. Like, the idea that they're trying to run... I don't know how this show got, renewed for a second season when they have great shows. So many great shows on the platform that didn't get renewed. You can see the quote tweets. Kevin Smith thinks people are going to give him another chance. You blew it. We're not falling for your lies, Kevin, and your promises of pile BS because you are full of it. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Like, there's not a single person responding to this article. You lost my trust a long time ago. And by the way, Kevin Smith hasn't done anything good since Clerks, and Clerks is highly overrated. I mean, it was a cult classic at the time, Clerks and Mallrats, but like, now he did like Clerks 3 and it looks just terrible. It's like nothing but member berries, and it just looks bad. It doesn't, like, we've learned this before. It's still bait and switch. Who cares? He already ended He-Man and turned it into the Teela show. I mean, that's quite honestly what it was. It was a Teela show with like little spots here and there of He-Man that, being a bumbling idiot too. Like constantly having to be saved by females who were making out or when they weren't having a love session. Here's as saying, Kevin Smith cries when he sees his lunch. Incredibly moving, could mean anything to that boy. Also, F. Kevin Smith, real Clownfish TV were right. They were. Remember when he went to war? He went to war with Real Clownfish TV, another YouTube channel, calling them liars, calling them all these other type of things, trying to discredit them. They were right all along. They called that. They called it from the very start. Here's my tweet. Please believe me. This time, 1,000 likes. There's like, I guess that there is, if it says Kevin Smith, I'm out. He's a sellout. Of course he's a sellout. I'm not sure. I never heard him say word one about what was happening to Stan Lee, supposedly just one of his best friends and idols. So the whole thing is ridiculous to me. I have zero interest in this show other than reporting on it for the channel and laughing at its many, many foibles and flaws. But it's just another one of beloved franchises. I know this show is only ever created to sell toys, okay? But I have fond memories of it. I had birthday cakes with He-Man on it, okay? So when you turn it into this trash, it bothers me. When you lie, directly get caught in the lie and then triple down on it, that bothers me. And the fact that you're now trying to run damage control and make some sort of return, I'm not buying it. Leave a like on this video if you're not tuning in. And by the way, if you haven't, please do click that red subscribe button down below. It helps the channel so very much, and I would greatly appreciate it. We'll talk to you again real soon.